Chosen one. Your arrival here is not random. You were guided into this moment because heaven has placed a word specifically over your life. This is not human scheduling. It is divine appointment. You are standing at the edge of an extraordinary transition, a supernatural release of provision that is about to transform the direction of your story. What is preparing to happen cannot be explained by coincidence, chance, or ordinary reasoning. This is the hand of God arranging circumstances and positioning you for abundance. The Spirit of the Lord declares, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it?" Isaiah 4:3-19. Something is changing in the atmosphere around you. Breakthrough is drawing near, and doors that seemed permanently sealed are beginning to open. Resources that appeared locked away are starting to flow again. Financial opportunities that seemed delayed are being released. What you thought was rejection was often divine adjustment. What felt like postponement was heaven bringing everything into proper alignment. Chosen one. God has witnessed your perseverance, your obedience when nobody applauded, and the faith you carried through seasons when no one understood what you were enduring. Now, the spiritual atmosphere surrounding your provision is beginning to turn in your favor. This is not a moment for panic or hesitation. This is a moment to become ready. Breathe deeply. Steady your spirit, and prepare your heart for what God is about to reveal. Do not treat this word casually. What is approaching carries divine significance, and the process has already started. Chosen one. Pay close attention. This message is not being given to create fear within you. It is being given so you can prepare spiritually. When God sends a warning, it is often because heaven can already see what remains hidden from your natural sight. You have felt something stirring deep inside you. You have sensed the need to distance yourself from certain environments. You have noticed an unusual awareness that something beyond what you can see is being rearranged. That stirring is not meaningless fear. It may be the beginning of a prophetic shift taking shape around your life. The Spirit of God is already moving before you, making crooked paths straight, revealing hidden dangers, removing obstacles, and preparing the way for a release that could change everything. Heaven has never lost sight of you through the battles. Nobody knew you were fighting. God saw every night when sleep escaped you because your mind was carrying burdens you could not explain to anyone else. He saw every private struggle, every silent prayer, and every moment when you wrestled alone with thoughts no one around you could truly understand. He saw the moments you felt overlooked, the prayers that ended in tears, the strength it took to smile when your spirit was tired. You've been walking through refinement, not punishment. Every hard season was chiseling away what couldn't carry the weight of your next level. You've been under construction for a divine assignment that is now coming due. Chosen one. The warning isn't to scare you. It's to wake you. You're standing on sacred ground, and the atmosphere around your life is shifting. Heaven is whispering. Prepare yourself. Just as Noah was warned to build an ark before the flood, you're being told to make ready before the rain of blessing falls. When everyone else sees drought, you will see divine overflow. When others panic, you will prosper. This is your Noah moment. Build while they mock. Pray while they sleep. And trust while they doubt. I know how strange that sounds, because I've lived it. There were seasons when God told me to prepare, and nothing in the natural looked like change was coming. People thought I was overreacting, wasting time, doing too much. But when the storm hit, obedience became the bridge that carried me safely through. That's the essence of this warning. God is not trying to burden you. He's positioning you. He's calling you to sharpen your focus and clean your spiritual house. Old habits, heavy emotions, and lingering bitterness. They can't come with you into what's next. The new oil won't pour into old vessels. There's a wealth transfer in motion. Not just financial, but spiritual. Ideas, position, influence, and favor being redistributed. Heaven is entrusting more to those who have proven faithful in less. That's why this moment matters. You're not being punished. You're being promoted. Chosen one. Pay attention to the subtle shifts. People falling away. Sudden changes. Opportunities closing. These aren't signs of loss. They're evidence of pruning. God removes what's temporary so he can reveal what's eternal. I've seen it firsthand. When I stopped clinging to what was leaving, I finally had room to receive what was arriving. And when the new came, it came suddenly, pressed down, shaken together, running over. Don't take this lightly. The Spirit of the Lord is aligning every detail of your life for divine acceleration. What was delayed is now being delivered. The warning you're hearing is heaven's way of saying, get your house in order. I'm about to visit. This is not about fear, but about readiness. You've prayed for promotion. Now, prepare for it. You're standing in a moment of prophetic tension between what was and what will be. Heaven is closer than it's ever been. The oil on your life is increasing. The world around you might look the same, but the realm of the Spirit has shifted in your favor. Stand firm. Don't run. Don't doubt. And above all, don't miss this moment. God told me to warn you because what's coming is sacred and it carries your name. Chosen one, what you're feeling right now is not confusion. It's confirmation. Heaven is shifting things around you. What looks like chaos is actually divine choreography. God's warning is not to scare you, but to prepare you for what's about to pour into your life. You've been asking for breakthrough, but heaven is saying, before I release it, I must make sure you're ready to hold it. Every delay, every detour, every disappointment you've faced was part of the preparation. You thought it was rejection, but it was protection. God didn't forget your prayers. He was securing your foundation. You can't carry this next level with yesterday's structure, the pruning, the silence, the solitude. It was heaven's workshop. And now, the warning comes to awaken your awareness. Something monumental is approaching. Chosen one, this next season carries both blessing and responsibility. God is trusting you with more influence, more resources, more revelation. This is a wealth transfer. Not just financial, but spiritual. New strategies and new partnerships. New ideas are being downloaded into your spirit. But the warning is clear. Don't let comfort dull your focus. When abundance arrives, pride will try to creep in. Stay grounded. Stay grateful. Stay holy. I know what it feels like when God shifts your life suddenly. I've been through those moments when everything familiar starts to fade and the unknown stretches before you. It's uncomfortable, even painful. But every time I obeyed the warning, every time I let go, trusted, and followed, I found myself standing in rooms I never dreamed of, surrounded by blessings I didn't have to chase. That's what's waiting for you now. Heaven is saying, prepare yourself, strengthen your faith, simplify your heart. The people who walked with you in the last season may not all make it into the next one. Don't mourn what's leaving. It's making space for what's coming. You can't carry old fears into new glory. This warning is heaven's mercy, not heaven's threat. God is moving things so you don't lose what he's about to give you. Chosen one, your obedience is your safety. The same way Noah built the ark before the rain. God is calling you to build before the blessing. Get your house in order, spiritually, emotionally, financially, because once the release begins, it will come fast. Opportunities, favor, and divine connections will align in ways that defy logic. Doors that have been shut for years will swing open, and what was once out of reach will suddenly reach for you. But listen, this isn't just about you. This next outpouring is about purpose. God is preparing you to be a vessel that blesses others, a light that breaks the darkness. That's why the warning is weighty. Heaven is saying, handle this with reverence. Don't take this lightly. Chosen one, heaven's economy has already shifted in your favor. The wind of change has begun to blow. What's coming is not small. It's generational. And the reason you're hearing this now is because your name was called in heaven's timing. Stand ready. Keep your spirit clean. And remember, this warning is not to make you afraid, but to make you aware. God is moving. The floodgates are opening, and the blessing carrying your name is already on its way. Chosen one, you're standing in the middle of something sacred. Heaven has been setting this up for a long time. Every delay, every disappointment, every night you thought you were forgotten was actually divine timing working in disguise. God's warning isn't here to frighten you. It's to prepare you for the release that's already in motion. What's about to come will shift the story of your life and even your family's legacy. The heavens are opening, and the blessing attached to your name is being released. Not someday, but now. You've been through the long nights, the quiet seasons when nothing made sense. You've watched others advance while you were still waiting. But that waiting wasn't wasted. It was spiritual weight training. Heaven was strengthening you to handle the magnitude of what's coming. This is why things didn't work before. You were meant to lead at a level you hadn't yet grown into. And now that growth is complete, God's saying, you're ready for it now. I know the pressure that comes right before breakthrough. It feels like everything is shaking, but in truth, it's heaven aligning. I've walked through those same shaking moments myself, where I almost gave up before the miracle arrived. That's how the process works. Right before the manifestation, the enemy tries hardest to distract, discourage, and delay you. But this time, you won't fall for it. The warning you're hearing now is heaven's way of saying, stay focused. The delivery is already on the way. Chosen one, God is not just preparing to bless you, He's preparing to trust you. You are about to carry financial authority, not for ego, but for impact. The transfer that's coming isn't only money, it's divine strategy, partnerships, creativity, and opportunities that multiply quickly because heaven is backing them. God doesn't bless randomly. He funds purpose. The reason He chose you is because you remained faithful when you had every reason to quit. When others stopped believing, you kept praying. When others stopped giving, you kept sowing. And heaven took note of that faithfulness. Now comes the fulfillment. The doors that were locked are opening. The calls you've been waiting for are about to arrive. The help that seemed distant will suddenly appear, and when it does, don't question it. Receive it with humility, but walk in confidence. You are not stepping into luck. You are stepping into alignment. You are not being lucky. You are being located by grace. But hear this. Chosen one. The wealth, the visibility, the elevation are all tools. They're not the mission. They're the means. God is trusting you to be a vessel that channels His goodness into the world. What He gives you, He wants to flow through you. This is why the preparation was so intense. He's building legacy through you, not just blessing. Stay grounded. Stay grateful. Stay discerning. The wrong voices will try to reappear as soon as favor becomes visible. Old connections will come back, pretending to support you. But your spirit will know the difference. Move with wisdom. Protect your peace. Remember that not everyone who claps is celebrating. Some are calculating, but you are covered. Heaven's seal is on your name. This is your moment. Chosen one. The warning is sacred because the release is holy. Don't shrink back. Don't take this lightly. The same God who refined you in private is about to reveal you in public. Funded, favored, and unstoppable. Chosen one. What's about to happen in your life won't make sense to the natural mind. Doors will open without warning. People will remember your name. And opportunities will appear where there was once nothing. It will look sudden, but heaven has been preparing this moment all along. Every season of isolation, every delay, every silence, it was strategy. God was positioning you, refining you, and protecting you for this unveiling. What's about to unfold isn't coincidence. It's divine coordination. Heaven is saying, don't misread this warning. I'm not trying to frighten you. I'm preparing you to carry glory. The spotlight that's about to find you isn't for fame, but for impact. God hid you, not to punish you, but to preserve you. Every rejection, every missed opportunity was redirection. The years of being overlooked were never wasted. They were training you to walk with both anointing and wisdom. I've lived through this same shift. I've watched doors close abruptly, friendships fade, and plans crumble, only to realize later that God was pruning what couldn't go with me. Every loss cleared room for the blessing. That's what's happening to you now. Chosen one. Divine subtraction before supernatural multiplication. You're entering a transfer season. And it's not a metaphor. Wealth, influence, and revelation are literally shifting hands, moving into the lives of those heaven can trust. And you are one of them. The warning isn't be afraid. It's be ready. God is watching how you handle what's in your hands. The way you manage this level determines how He'll release the next. Financially, expect movement, restored debts, new ideas, unexpected provision. But don't idolize the increase. Focus on the mission, not the money. Money is a servant, not your master. You've prayed for overflow. Now prepare for stewardship. Heaven's flow isn't meant for indulgence. It's meant for impact. This next wave of provision must build something eternal, not just comfort, but legacy spiritually. Your discernment is maturing. You'll begin to sense shifts before they happen. Some rooms will feel heavy. Some conversations will feel empty. That's not pride. That's awareness. You've outgrown certain spaces because God is calling you higher. Stop trying to blend in when you were anointed to stand out. The glow others will notice on you isn't arrogance. It's approval. It's heaven's seal of endorsement. But with elevation comes resistance. The enemy can't steal the promise, but he'll try to steal your peace. Don't be surprised when warfare rises. It's proof you're walking in purpose. Stay anchored in prayer. Stay grounded in gratitude. When pressure builds, worship louder. When distractions appear, retreat into stillness. And remember, this blessing isn't only for you. You're the bridge heaven is using to bless others. Your obedience will open doors for your family, your community, and those silently watching your journey. Pride will destroy what purity preserves. Stay humble. Stay yielded. Chosen one, you've entered the corridor between promise and manifestation. The waiting season is over. The angels assigned to your destiny are already moving, aligning people, opening paths, and delivering resources. Walk boldly, but carefully. Heaven has called your name, and the earth is about to echo it. This isn't just a new chapter, it's your inheritance. Don't take this lightly. The warning is holy, the promise is real, and your appointed time has arrived. Chosen one. This is the moment where faith turns into sight. That quiet stirring in your soul, the restlessness, the anticipation, the sacred trembling. It's not your imagination. It's divine confirmation. Heaven is moving beneath the surface, aligning every detail for your breakthrough. What feels unfamiliar isn't a warning of danger. It's proof that you've stepped into a new dimension of favor you've never walked in before. God is expanding your reach, stretching your influence, and trusting you to carry blessings that require maturity, not momentum. The warning in this season is about discipline, not disaster. Heaven is investing heavily in you, so you must move carefully. Every instruction matters now. When God says go, move quickly. When He says wait, don't force what isn't ready. The smallest prompting carries supernatural weight. The enemy can't destroy what God has sealed, so he'll attempt distraction instead. Protect your focus. It's your currency in this next level. You'll begin to feel your atmosphere shifting. People may act differently. Doors may open suddenly. Opportunities may appear without explanation. Don't rush to understand everything. Discern it. Not all revelation is meant to be shared immediately. What you reveal too soon may draw warfare before its time. Keep some victories private until God gives you permission to speak. When He promotes you, not everyone will celebrate. Some will question. Others will copy. But none can cancel what heaven has crowned. I've walked through that very tension when blessings finally came. But balance was tested. At first, I thought favor meant freedom from pressure. Later, I learned that increase also brings inspection. God doesn't just give to you. He observes how you handle what He gives. When I learned to remain humble in harvest, heaven released more. That's your calling now. Manage the miracle wisely. Chosen one. Acceleration is already unfolding. What used to take years will begin to happen in weeks. But remember, speed without structure collapses. Stay rooted in prayer. Keep your spirit clean. Keep your motives pure. You're not just being blessed. You're being built into someone heaven can depend on. Financially, new streams are forming. unexpected provision, divine partnerships, and creative ideas. They're all connected to purpose. This wealth isn't about luxury. It's about legacy. When your heart becomes as generous as God's, that's when overflow sustains itself. You'll find joy in giving, peace in building, and purpose in blessing others. That's what divine transformation looks like. And here's the final key. Release control. Don't try to manage miracles. God is orchestrating details that your mind could never plan. Some breakthroughs won't make sense until you're already standing inside them. Trust that He's preparing you as much as the blessing. What is coming next will not demand endless effort from you. It will require trust, release, and surrender. The same grace that sustained you through barren seasons will now lead you into what was promised. The anointing, the favor, the provision, and the right connections are already being brought into alignment. Your obedience is simply agreeing with what heaven has already completed. Keep moving forward. Chosen one, the gates of provision have been opened. The spiritual transfer is already underway. And soon others will begin to see what God was quietly building within you when no one was paying attention. Chosen one, this part of your journey must be treated as sacred ground. God's warning is not announcing destruction. It is preparing you to carry something that will outlive you. What is happening is far greater than one temporary blessing. It is a turning point that can affect generations. The battles that repeatedly overcame those before you will not continue through you. Patterns of shortage, uncertainty, stagnation, and repeated delay are being broken because you chose obedience, even when choosing comfort would have been easier. Heaven is declaring, what I am releasing into your life will not stop with you. It will reach everything I have connected to your purpose. Your faithfulness has created movement in the spiritual realm, and the effects will extend beyond your own life. Your family will feel it. Your children will benefit from it. Even people who cross your path briefly may be touched by what God places within you. This is one reason the resistance has felt so relentless. The enemy recognized the potential of what was forming before you fully understood it yourself. Yet he could not cancel it. What God has sealed cannot be taken away by human hands. One truth becomes clearer with every season of elevation. Advancement often requires separation before major breakthroughs. People may suddenly shift. Relationships may change. And doors you expected to remain open may close without warning. At first, those changes can feel personal, but eventually, you begin to understand that when God promotes you, He also prunes what cannot continue into the next season. When God raises you into a new level of purpose, He will also remove influences that cannot survive where He is taking you. Do not spend your strength grieving everything that is falling away. Instead, thank God for guarding your peace and clearing the path before you. Chosen one, the supernatural transfer approaching your life is not simply about possessions, status, or luxury. It's about leadership. God is funding influence, entrusting you with provision to build, bless, and bring light into places that have known only darkness. This is why your spirit feels both heavy and holy. You're not meant to hoard. You're meant to host. You carry God's abundance as His representative on earth. Stay balanced. Increase will test your humility. Visibility will test your integrity. And the waiting in between will test your trust. Don't let excitement make you forget eternity. When pride whispers, remember who provided. When fear speaks, Remember who promised. The warning is simple. Guard your peace, because that's where your power flows. Be careful where you place your energy. Protect your focus. Some victories are meant to happen in silence. God is moving in ways that don't need public applause. Visibility isn't validation. Obedience is. And listen, new alliances are forming. Heaven is sending people who won't compete, but complete. You'll meet divine partners, investors, and mentors who carry the same oil of purpose. You'll recognize them by the peace they bring, not the flattery they speak. That's divine alignment. Purpose. Finding purpose. This next move will require less striving and more surrender. Let God lead every step, the meetings, the messages, the money. You don't have to chase what's already assigned to you. Divine timing is working with precision. The doors that once denied you are now being commanded to open. And, as you rise, stay soft. The world needs your strength, but it also needs your compassion. Be the proof that abundance and humility can coexist. Be the vessel that carries prosperity without pride, power without arrogance, and purpose without fear. This is your divine moment. Anointed one. Handle it with reverence. What's being placed in your hands carries heaven's signature. Walk carefully. Walk boldly. Walk in gratitude, because this is no longer preparation. This is manifestation, and heaven is watching you handle it well. Chosen one. The shift you're stepping into now is the one your spirit has been sensing for years. It's the moment you prayed for when no one believed in your vision. Heaven has waited for your faith to mature, your heart to purify, and your hands to strengthen, because now you're ready to carry what's been promised. This isn't just personal promotion. It's divine unveiling. Everything you lost is being rewritten into everything you'll gain. God is saying, I'm bringing you full circle. The very places that broke you will now bless you. The same doors that closed will open again. But this time with honor, those who overlooked you will see that when God chooses someone, no human can undo it. That tension you've been feeling lately isn't collapse. It's expansion. You're not breaking down. You're breaking open. This warning isn't about fear. It's about foundation. Build this season not on emotion, but on instruction. I know that feeling when blessings start to flow and old fears try to rise. It's not pain anymore. It's pressure from promotion. Heaven's increase tests the heart before it rewards the hands. Don't let the gift make you forget the giver. The wealth transfer unfolding in your life isn't just financial. It's spiritual, relational, and generational. God is sending alignment, not attachment. Some partnerships will come with peace, others with distraction. Discern the difference. Every good opportunity isn't a God opportunity. Stay prayerful. Stay patient. Stay pure. Blessings can arrive faster than understanding, and this is where many lose balance. Don't rush to prove anything. Let the results speak. Sometimes the most powerful act of faith is quiet obedience. Heaven honors discipline as much as devotion. Chosen one. This warning is also about stewardship. Manage what's coming with holy reverence. Give freely. Sow boldly. And remember that overflow was never meant to stop with you. You're not being elevated for fame. You're being positioned for influence. God is turning you into a living testimony, a vessel through which heaven's abundance will reach the earth. And yes, warfare will come. But don't mistake resistance for rejection. Opposition means you've entered territory once guarded by darkness. Keep your armor on, but keep your peace. Every attack will become an advancement if you respond with wisdom. Heaven is watching your obedience, and the earth is about to echo it. The words once spoken over your life are waking up. Miracles are becoming normal. When people ask, "How did it happen so fast?" you'll smile knowing it wasn't sudden. It was scheduled. So, walk forward, chosen one, with humility, clarity, and confidence. The warning has refined you. The preparation is complete. You've been tested, trusted, and now released. The angels are leading, and the window of heaven is behind you. Your moment isn't coming. It's here. Chosen one. Take a deep breath. This is it. The moment where prophecy becomes presence, where words once whispered over your life finally take shape before your eyes. You've crossed through the refining fire, the hidden years, the seasons that felt like silence. What's unfolding now is the fulfillment of what heaven promised long ago. God is not just moving around you. He's moving through you. Every part of your life, your finances, your relationships, your body, your mind, is being reordered into divine alignment. Heaven's warning was never meant to frighten you. It was meant to focus you. You've learned how to hear God even in the noise, how to trust Him when you didn't understand, and how to stand when nothing seemed stable. That was your training ground. Now the test is over and the transfer begins. The anointing on your life is no longer potential. It's power. You've been approved to walk in realms that used to intimidate you. Chosen one. This next move of God will surprise even you. There will be favor that finds you while you're simply being faithful. The things that once drained you will now serve you. The same gift that was mocked in private will be celebrated in public. But remember, the greater the platform, the greater the purity required to stand on it. That's why God warned you to stay ready. He's not sending you into the world as a spectator, but as a steward of His glory. The wealth transfer isn't just about currency. It's about capacity. God is stretching your influence to touch lives, rebuild systems, and restore hope in places long forgotten. He's giving you strategies from heaven, creative ideas, divine partnerships, supernatural wisdom. These will multiply everything you touch, not because of your ability, but because of your alignment. I've experienced this shift myself, when what once required striving began to flow with ease. It's strange at first when you realize that grace works better than grind. But that's how heaven operates. The moment you stop trying to control everything, God begins to move everything. That's the posture required now. Surrender. Complete, fearless surrender. Chosen one. Don't underestimate what's being birthed in this season. Every prayer, every tear, every act of faith has built momentum in the Spirit. You're walking into answered prayers that were delayed only until you became strong enough to carry them. And now, you are. Heaven's timing is perfect. The floodgates are open, and the angels assigned to your destiny are already working behind the scenes to bring completion. As the blessing unfolds, keep your eyes on the giver, not the gift. Stay consistent in gratitude. Speak life. Bless others, even when no one's watching. Your humility will protect your elevation. Remember, this rise isn't about reputation. It's about revelation. You're living proof that obedience still leads to overflow. And when you see it, when the breakthrough finally appears, don't rush past it. Pause. Thank God. Mark the moment. Because this isn't just your miracle. It's a divine signal to others that faith still works. Chosen one. You listened when heaven warned you. You endured the season of delay. And now you are entering the season of fulfillment. Heaven has witnessed your faithfulness. The promise is no longer distant. The release is already happening. Move forward with peace in your heart and holy passion in your purpose. Because what comes next will not only transform your own life, it will allow God to impact others through you. Chosen one. Let this be your confirmation. Heaven has already spoken, and the divine transfer is in motion. You have arrived at your Kairos moment, the appointed intersection where prophecy begins to become visible reality. What you have prayed for is no longer simply being prepared behind the scenes. It has begun moving toward you. God's warning was never meant to fill you with fear. It was meant to awaken your spirit and prepare you to carry the weight of the favor that is now being released. Even now, heaven is arranging resources, relationships, opportunities, and divine connections that are tied to your assignment. You are being lifted. But this elevation is deeper than recognition or position. God is strengthening your spirit so you can walk in abundance without pride and carry His glory without losing your humility. This is your season to rise with grace, move with wisdom, and trust that every step is being ordered with divine accuracy. Chosen one. Raise your head again. The storm you came through was not sent to destroy you. It was preparing you for what you are now able to carry. The silence you experienced did not mean God had disappeared. Heaven was working with strategy in places you could not see. Now you are entering an appointed season where faith begins producing evidence and long-awaited promises start becoming tangible reality. Remain faithful. Remain aligned. Remain ready. God has not finished with your story. In many ways, this is only the beginning. Speak life over the road ahead and begin thanking Him for what is unfolding before you can fully see it. If this message has stirred something within your spirit, pause and declare with faith, I receive this divine transfer. Then like, share, and subscribe, not merely as a habit, but as an act of agreement with a community of chosen souls learning to move according to heaven's timing. You are no longer standing in the place of waiting. Anointed one, you are stepping forward into the fulfillment of what God promised.